goalie. Yeah, and we talked this morning. When he's fresh, he's really good, and I feel like he's been that way for almost every game he's played for us this year. But tonight, he was different. He was different this morning, and he gave that confidence to the group in front of him that he was going to make the saves.
And it seemed like the team really rallied around him with all those block shots.
Yeah, especially later in the game, right? And they had a couple early on penalty kills. Doing a better job of staying in shot lanes is something that we've been stressing for a long time to help out with some of the chances that we give up early on. And we feel with the size of our goaltenders right now, these two guys that we currently have, if we limit the quality of chances we're giving up, they'll make those saves through traffic a lot of times.
Ryan, not to be controversial, but more for clarity on the penalty to Michael when he got it out. Did that hit Jonathan from your vantage point, and should that have been a penalty as a result?
I don't know. I haven't seen that again. I know that was a lot of the talk that it might have hit him going through. Huey made it seem like it hit his shoulder. What I could see on the video is I thought maybe it hit his head. So it is what it is.
Can you talk about the save that he made on Bennett with about 1:45 to go? His stick is in the net. Mm-hmm. How crucial is that in the game?
Yeah, it was tough for us to see from the bench. There was so much traffic in front. And I know we had all four of our guys back in there as well. But I saw the pad down. I didn't really see what else was going on. But he's a fighter, and I think when games are on the line like that, that's when he plays his best, which was great to see for us tonight.
The team's penalty kill has been a strength for a couple of years, but it seems like this season they seem to be chipping in goals at really key moments. What do you think? What makes the team so dangerous on the counterpunch and the penalty kill?
I honestly, I think it's the way power plays are nowadays. Like, oftentimes there's a lot of motion. Sometimes almost every time there's one defenseman on the ice, and you get four guys deep a fair bit. So if there's a missed net or a missed shot, I think our guys are. There's a fine line between cheating and making smart plays, and I think for the most part they've made smart decisions as to when to try to generate offense. But I think that's a big reason why. I mean, if there's a missed play, someone's out of position somewhere, so we have some guys that can skate and read the play well.
It's a bit of a weird follow-up, but is there something from that mentality on the penalty kill that can somehow be applied to the power play?
Yeah. I mean, your penalty kill has to outwork a power play, and when they do that, they're going to be successful more often than not. The flip side's true, though. Like, if you have we always talk about 5-on-5 mentality in your power play, you have to work to be available. And against penalty kills that pressure really hard, you have to work that much quicker to get over to be an option for your teammates. So it is a lot of times about work and making sure you have a mentality where it's not time to rest when you're on the ice. You have to crank it up even more.
What does a healthy Chris Tanev, how does that change your goal back end?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the way he played tonight too. I mean, he missed, a week, just over a week or just under a week, but he blocked shots right away. He's positionally sound all the time, and he's a positive, supportive voice all the time. So, when he's back there, I mentioned this morning, he's like a security blanket for a lot of people, especially his partner. And there's, when you look at whoever he's playing with, they tend to play at their best, and he does that for Noah like he did again tonight. So he's an important guy, and it's nice to have him back.
Is there a momentum thing with these shorthanded goals that just kind of builds from game to game, or you just sort of see this as a bit of a trend that you're getting them?
I think it's a trend. But within game, when you get one, it is a momentum thing for sure, because you hate giving them up on the power play. That's for sure. But I think from game to game, I think it's just a trend or a phase right now.
That you'll take?
Oh, we'll take it, yeah, for sure.
You came home to this homestand, two tough teams coming in and coming off a road trip that could have been better, probably should have been better. Just thoughts on how they hung in there and rallied back to a couple of big wins?
Yeah, these were big wins. It kind of keeps us in the picture, and that's what we talked to the group a little bit about. And we have to find a way to get as close as we can to that wild card position, and that means we have to win games. We did feel on the road trip that we played well. We played well enough to get more points than we did on that road trip. But this was kind of when the guys came home, they didn't feel badly about themselves because they were in those games on the road, and at times we played pretty well. So it is important for us just to keep us in the mix for sure. Yeah.